Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning back into the Knicks Sports Talk Show. Moods are a little somber right now as the Kansas City Chiefs just won back to back Super Bowls, this time winning in overtime against the San Francisco 49ers. I knew that Kansas City would ultimately win it because it was probably in the NFL script. They just want Taylor Swift to eventually do the halftime. I mean, the relationship between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift is probably fake. Don't expect it to last more than, I would say, 2 or 3 months after the Super Bowl. Something's going to happen. Taylor Swift's going to release an album in, I don't know, a year or so about Travis Kelce and the Chiefs and football and carbon footprint and all this and that. Doesn't matter. This is the second straight season I had to watch my arch rival win the Super Bowl, but this time it was with a team that wasn't that good. Had a stout defense, but offensively was really lacking in receiving, lacking in talent. Isaiah Pacheco is a good running back. I wouldn't say great, but a good running back. Mahomes is obviously great. Kelsey's obviously great. I mean, as a Broncos fan, my last hope might be that Kelsey retires sometime soon, and maybe that the Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift relationship isn't fake. They get married, have a kid, and go off, and Travis Kelsey's in the Hall of Fame. And then Mahomes struggles to find an offensive weapon to reproduce what Kelsey has produced for him these past 7 years. But other than that, it's looking bleak on the NFL. It's looking bleak for me as a Broncos fan for any type of success, for any type of other Super Bowl. This might be even worse than the Brady domination. At least there was a 10-year gap between Brady's first dynasty to a second dynasty. I do not see this happening with the Chiefs. I see multiple Super Bowls in the next 2 to 3, 4 years. Maybe Cincinnati can pull off an upset. Maybe Buffalo can get their stuff together and finally beat Mahomes in the playoffs in Buffalo, or even just stay healthy to be able to put up a chance against Kansas City. San Francisco, sadly, this game just came down to injuries. Kelsey got hurt in the last drive of overtime before they kicked that field goal. Greenwald tore his Achilles, as you can see, when he ran off into the field, just being a little bit too overhyped and hopping and bouncing on turf. We have to get rid of turf fields in NFL. And their best player wasn't Brock Purdy. CMC had a good game, but not a CMC type game. I expect him to have 2 touchdowns. They only had one. And their best player was Jaron Jennings. I mean, nothing against Jaron Jennings. I'm sure he's a great guy, but that's not who should be winning you the Super Bowl. I mean, it should be your stars or your quarterback really stepping up and really dominating. But that doesn't matter. Like I said, I knew the Chiefs were going to win it again. Just like last year, I probably knew they were going to win it because the San Francisco team just doesn't have the cornerbacks and the DBs to really be able to confuse and stop Mahomes. They had pressure on him all day, but I mean he's learned since the Bucks Super Bowl loss back in the COVID year to get around that, to get past that, and to find people. Just don't make mistakes. Don't force the ball. You know, you'll be down. Trust your defense. You'll have opportunities later in the game. I mean, San Francisco could have iced the game. They could have went up by 4, but the field goal got blocked because the field goal kicker clicked a line drive instead of a more upper ball, and the defender for the Chiefs blocked it, which only made it to be a 3-point game, a 4-point game. And San Francisco had a third down and 4 with about on the 2 minutes to go, and they just didn't. They did not do good protection. They did not call good play. Give it to CMC in space. Try and get CMC in space and see what the defense can do. But it's just a sad day for football. It's a good day for Chiefs fans and Swifties. Congratulations. But the rest of the NFL, rest of football fans, is a line, which is fine. You know, I like our team. I like our team growing together in chemistry. That's how we won the finals last year. So I'm really intrigued to see what this team does. I'm really intrigued to see how far this Nuggets team go. I think they can repeat as champions. The Celtics haven't looked that impressive. The Bucks can't play any type of defense. The Knicks are a good team, a well-rounded team. They have a star in Jalen Brunson, but they do not have that superstar like a Jokic or players around their star that can really help them out. I can see the Knicks maybe sneak into the finals, but I can't see them winning the finals. The Heat are the Heat, and we'll see where that goes. And the Sixers made some nice trades with Buddy Hield and Kyle Lowry, but Is that going to get them past the Celtics? I don't really think so. That might get them past the Bucks. It might get them actually past the second round, which Sixers fans have been dying for with Embiid. But I don't see that being a championship team. I don't see them getting past the Celtics. It's nice pieces, but Lowry hasn't done anything in Miami these past couple of years. Nothing. He didn't do anything in the finals last year. That's why the Heat were so eager to get rid of him for that horrible contract. Other than that, we'll see what happens this basketball season, especially after the NBA trade deadline. There's All-Star game, and then it's real serious after that. It's playoffs. It's put up or shut up. And Nuggets put up last year. Let's see if they can repeat as champions with some different contenders. Might not be the Lakers. Maybe it's Dallas. Maybe it's OKC. Could be the Los Angeles Clippers. I would be shocked. But they got a nice team with veteran players. Paul George's been deep in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard's won 2 NBA Finals with 2 NBA Finals MVPs. And OKC's a young team that can be feisty. And then there's the Minnesota Timberwolves, which we'll see. They have a great young talent, generational talent, Anthony Edwards. But Rudy Gobert, Nuggets have gotten past him multiple times when he was on the Jazz. And other than that, they have a few good pieces, but nothing to really get them past, I think, as a serious contender as some of the other teams in the West. But after basketball, I'm sorry, it's baseball season. And as a Mets fan, am I really looking forward to probably a 500 season? No, but I do love going to baseball games. I do love the experience of baseball and having it on in the background while I cook, do school projects, all that, etc. I'm really excited to see what this Mets team could do to maybe exceed my expectations. Last time they did that was 2015, and they went to the World Series. They lost, but they went to the World Series. And they did some minor signings. That's a good thing. Why take risks to sign to some big pitcher that you did the past 2 seasons that didn't work out? They had to trade 2 years or a year into the contract. So we have a good farm system. I really like the Orioles. I'll be a nice team for me to watch this year. As a Mets fan, I'm excited to see what we do. I don't think we'll be that great. I do think the Phillies and the Braves will be better than us, but I don't think we'll be worse than the Marlins. Definitely not worse than the Nationals. They're still very young. I can't wait to see where this team goes. It's baseball season. It's basketball season. Basketball playoffs is coming up. Football's in the past. See you next year. It was a horrible season that nobody cared about the final and that nobody liked won the Super Bowl. So it's just a season that you erase from the history books, you forget about and move on. And hopefully the Chiefs dynasty ends a lot quicker than it has begun. This is Nick. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, voice some opinions that you disagree with in the comments section. Very excited to have some feedback. Have a good day.